One of the ones we mentioned, he won OTB last weekend, was Kane and Trench. And I feel that these kind of events with master points on the line can really, really rocket them up the board. I said this at Mix-Up before, like when it was around Evo time, I said the leaderboard's probably going to change. You know, Evo being a Master Plus event, a huge chunk of points on the line there. We saw Arsenal Ash right there just leapfrog into the lead at first and leaderboard. So it's definitely all still to play for. I believe we're probably about halfway through.
Yeah.
You know? So we're going to take a look at the regional leaderboards.
There we are, regional leaderboards. You have America 1, all these amazing players. America 1, Tomohiro, America 2, Energy. You have Fen G. You have Ayo Richie in Europe there on the front foot. I know Kane and Trench is trying to catch him up as well. You got Zuku there, Europe 2. You got Zlatan Ash. You got Joe. You got, I was about to say TWT, bro. I was like, what, is that a player? No. You got Pakistan there in Shahram. You got Fardeen in Asia 1. Asia 2, you have Believe. Asia 3, Adrian. You got Bobby from Oceania. You got Breadman from South Korea and Al in Japan. But you know, it's always really good to see, Bubsy, as well. These players performing well in their dojos as well. You know, Ayo Richie is someone that's got a lot of points, very strong player. But also, Kane and Trench is slowly coming behind him. I'm actually unsure if maybe he might have taken over him slightly with the result yesterday.
Yeah, I was about to say, talk about that. There was actually a dojo here, event. I don't know how many people turned out. Do you know?
I think it was 64, if I believe. Yes.
Dojo, okay. And Kane and Trench actually took that with NRC. We spoke to him a little bit before, taking second place. So yeah, like you said, Kane and Trench, he's been on the stage before. You know, I definitely know he has the ability. I've always said this about Kane and Trench, right? Like, he doesn't put as much time into the game as he would probably like to, you know. Everyone's life has happened. Sure. I really would be interested to see what it would be like if a Kane and Trench was to have, you know, proper time.
Oh, yeah. Right. Do you know what? I felt like if I ever get, like, a company one day and able to sponsor players, I think Kane and Trench will be one of the first I sponsor. Because if you give him, if you give him full-time Tekken, who knows? This is him not even at full power yet, Bobsy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's actually mental to what would happen if he had all the time in the world to play Tekken.
We'll see. But talking about we'll see, we're going to get onto our first game. You heard the crowd kind of like cheer about that. We're going to have Shinko 9 versus Manga Lynx. And this is one of the things we were saying before. Like, these are two players that, you know, even though we're from Great Britain, we're not really familiar with them. But it's like you said, man, it's so weird. Like, it feels like, I don't know, it's like a bit of sci-fi. Like, we've been here, I've been sitting in the seat for so many years now, and just seeing like people change and like a lot of new faces. And this is all about the community, seeing these new faces come into board. So we're gonna have the Law versus the Eddie.
Yeah, it's gonna be good to see versus fighting action here. It's gonna be a long weekend of Tekken.
Went straight for the heat. You like that, innit? Like pop heat straight away.
I love that, man. I think this is what we had a conversation about this before, Bubsy, where I really like people being really aggressive at the beginning of rounds. I don't really like people being too passive. It's always good to press those buttons. You can see that.
This guy. It seems a bit confusing what wants to do, kind of stop those kind of moves. With Eddie, I know it's a bit tricky when he's in stance. You kind of want to, because he has a power crush from the stance. So maybe he needs to start from like maybe a little bit more of a down forward one, just to kind of like check him. Stop him going down forward two, looking to end it. Oh, could have punished that, but okay.
Okay, I guess, 3+4 punish, and then takes the round there, yeah.
It seems like Manga is just playing a little bit too passive. Like I said, you need to kind of challenge all those stances. He's in those handstands, maybe using back four. I think back four may be a good move there.
Definitely should be challenging, but I really like what Shinko is doing. He's testing his opponent, and his opponent's retaliating with the power crush, Bubsy. Yeah. He's trying to stop it, and goes for the Dragon Tail. If it works, why not do it?
I mean, before I used to be that kind of guy who would be like, no, it's unsafe, I can't use that. But definitely now I've kind of learned that, you know, I think you've always said it before, where you need to kind of test your players, even though you're playing against the top of the top.
Exactly.
There's so many moves in this game. You need to test them out. Say, okay, do you know how to respond to this? All right, what's your option against this?
Yeah, there's so many like intricacies of Tekken. There's so many layers of the game as well, and that is definitely one of them. Do they actually understand what to do? He just did a while standing launch punishable move there, Bubsy. No punish. You should do it again.
This is your kind of strategy.
Rage-Eye, yeah.
At the end of the round. Now, this isn't going to be dead, but it's going to definitely put him in last chance. So you're probably going to take the lead as well, isn't it? A little bit. Okay, no, I was wrong. I was so wrong with that.
There's a bit of time left, 15 seconds remaining. Both of them now being really defensive. And Shinko there just going forward, pressing those buttons. You can see what Magna's trying to do. The heat instantly, Bubsy.
I mean, that was like a season 1, day 1 release kind of stuff. He's bringing it back. I like that combo, cross frames.
I think he understands that when he's in heat, he has access to all these great moves, and he's making good use of his heat, Bubsy.
He's just playing just mad aggressive.
Very offensive. Yeah, look, there you go.
Lead around there, just really mix him up. It seems he's doing a lot of handstand. It's something that Manga Lynx needs to kind of think about, like, what buttons do I need to press to deal with that? I'm not a law expert, but I think maybe a back four there would be a good option because it homes. So with the evasion when he goes sideways, could work. But like I said, I'm not the law expert. We're going to have a law expert later on. We've got Golsane here, Insane. Last year's VSF champion, he is also here.
Wonder how much damage he'll be able to do today.
I'm hoping a lot of damage. Not being biased, because I know I don't like bias, but I'm just saying my preference, as you would say.
Yeah, early days here still.
Okay, so we got a punish there. There's definitely one I want to see these two probably after this kind of like go back to lab, just kind of like what they're doing. That's a nice stuff and a nice, but okay, so he does know.
Yeah, and you can see that he stayed ducking. Sometimes it's just nerves. You're playing on the big stage, first game on stream, so he might be just a tiny bit nervous, but you can see they're holding the duck. And
yeah, that was definitely there, but I've never seen someone jump kick and hit. I've never seen that.
That's another thing. We'll probably go into more detail later on. Is the how nerves play a part, how the pressure play a part in this game.
Going to it now.
It's because you're playing on the big stage, and it's really quite daunting sometimes if you've never experienced it before. You have all these people watching. You've got all these people at home watching you and commenting on all these little things. Oh, you did this right, you did this wrong, and sometimes it can be a bit scary.
No, I still remember my first ever tournament. I still remember. It's so weird because it was like I know everything. I have all the knowledge, but it's just like in that kind of moment when everyone's watching, it's just like everything just went. It's like a blinkers. I think I ended up just doing like with King down back 3 to while standing over and over again. I don't know why.
I feel like where that happened was the same place that I had my first match like that as well, and I could not do anything. I lost 6 rounds straight. It was so weird. My hands were like trembling. I was like, what is this feeling? But it's a nice feeling once you understand.
Yeah, you need to understand it. Yeah, 7 goals.
There you go. See, fighting back here against that one round. The crowd really applaud that.
Nice. Okay, Power Crush there has an option against that. Probably could try to go for a throw at the beginning of the round. Maybe it's got the range to actually counter that. There we go.
Seems like they're both warming up a little bit now. It's going to go for the heat dash. What's your combo like, though?
Probably could have got a lot more damage there, but damage is damage. Okay, nice with the handstand. Okay, I like that. Nice. Did he confirm that? That's nice. That's guaranteed as well.
You said this before as well. Magna needs to start using his heat, needs to do something, and he gets the trade there. So unfortunate. Shinko manages to move forward here. Pool stages round 1. You really want to get that win on the board, though, Bubsy. Right at the beginning of the day, it's quite well. It's not that early today, but it's still the beginning of the tournament, and you need to get a feel for the place, for the venue, for the stage, for the setups, and it's really important to get that win. This will give him more confidence going forward.
I mean, I kind of like briefly touched on it before. It's just like one of the things I really want these guys to kind of take away, especially from this, like, especially, they're new players. We know they're not at the most elite level, but everyone has to start from somewhere. Everyone has a learning process. What I really would implore these guys to do if they watch it back was to look at that set and go into training mode, because training mode is there for a reason. Instead, so like I said, for the law player, it's just like, okay, all these handstand transitions. What are my options? What can I do? And you'll be so surprised at how much you develop as a player and become more comfortable in the match. I think I've been doing this quite a lot recently, because always when I try to get into tournament mode, when I'm coming to an event, I always go online. And you know what? I love to play. I'm not saying random. I love to play anyone. I was going to quick match. I love to play anyone. And then maybe if I come across something, I'm like, good, all right. And then I'll go straight back to the replay.
Good,
I've been doing a lot of Azazena, bro. Azazena, I don't know what's going on. It's nice because then I'll be like, okay, this guy's doing this. Okay, what can I do? And then when I run into that again, and I know the exact kind of situations, it's like, and this is how you learn. This is how you develop as a player. So shout out to them. I hope they take this on board and, move on.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of experience to be gained, and I really respect the bravery of the people that are coming to this event and showing what they can do. And they're also trying their best to perform as well as they can. They've probably been waiting a long time for a big event like this in the UK, and this is the place to showcase as well. Even if you don't get the win, it's still experience. You broke it down perfectly there, Bubsy, on what they can do to further their gameplay and get even better. So yeah, it's good. Either way, you win.
Yeah, it's like, what's that? I saw it somewhere where someone says an L is not a loss. It's the L stands for learning. It's never a loss. It's all about learning. And if you have that kind of mindset and mentality, you definitely go far. But talking about going far, we're going to go far further into our next match. Another GB affair. We're going to have 5-4 versus Twin again. 2 people, Twin 1, I guess. Yeah, I got to call the names properly. People get offended if you don't know. What? You're not calling out my numbers?
I feel like I said someone's name wrong once. They were like, "What? That's not how you say my name on shit." I was like, "Whoa, I'm sorry. I need to make sure to say these names correctly now." Everyone, these names are special and dear to them.
Yeah. So I heard of Ling Xiaoyu in large. Now, Ling Xiaoyu's a character that you definitely been dabbling with. So, what's your take on the Ling Xiaoyu?
I think Xiaoyu, there's a specific way to play against the character. There's so many different opinions, but the opinion I stand with is that you have to go into practice mode again, which what you were saying, use practice mode and find maybe 4 or 5 moves that really work against the character that will hit her from AOP, some very strong mids that hit quite low, and then just try and abuse that, because you're not really playing Tekken against Xiaoyu. You need to be very careful because the AOP, and you can already see 5 form went for AOP down, which has even more evasion.
Yes, definitely.
You have to play a bit slow. You can't play into Xiaoyu's tricks. You need to play a very patient and very spacing heavy game, and there you go. What Xiaoyu can do when under pressure, like when she's putting that pressure on, is suffocating. That's
Yes.
1 round already.
That was a quick round. Talking about quick rounds, Lars also has the tools to kind of do that. I think definitely at the beginning of season 2, he was a bit of a menace. He toned down a little bit, but I still think he's a decent character. Some of these characters where I feel like when they catch a little bit of a tone down, people just kind of leave them behind. Okay, so
Yeah, big combo. Could have ducked that. Goes for the G clip. That move is definitely one of the strongest G clips.
I mean, it's good to kind of like challenge it and kind of put it out there. Nice with the limited entry. Okay, jabs. What's the next up? You're going to go mid to go, okay, he's going high. Right. Heat smash back. That's how both have rage. Need to be very careful.
Oh, that was so good. And went for the AOP there and stood up just at the wrong time there. Very good from Twin One.
Yeah, that back 3 has a lot more range than people actually think. Okay, gets caught pressing buttons after down back 4. Keeps it frame tight, and that's that drops the combo. I like people that keep it frame tight at the beginning, you know, because that's how you develop the mind game of like, okay, respect what I'm going to do after. Then you can start, you know, abusing the frames. Okay, power crushing out there.
Yeah, very good. He does very good wall position. You can see that 5 form's going to try to utilize that, but Twin One just on the front foot. Good throw break.
That was critical throw break. That probably would have been dead. Okay, no ducking that. That is plus range as well.
Big low as well, takes huge risk, goes into AOP, needs to be careful. Both players not utilizing their heat, Bubsy. Something that's, for me, is like you need to be looking for ways to utilize your heat. You have so much options after you use it.
I think in that kind of scenario, I get it.
I'm a big heat like advocate. I really don't like it. I really don't like it when people don't use it.
No, but at the beginning I was like that. But I think as the meta's gone on, like when it comes to that kind of stage at the end of a round where people could be looking for it and they're like, okay, I see low high do a lot where you'll just throw. Because you're like, okay, and Manga
just wait for it, right?
And Mel will start to gamma howl because he's expecting it. So maybe it's just that.
Maybe both players are expecting it from each other, so they're both just waiting and want to sidestep in that situation.
As Heat has been engaged now, this is what Mario's kind of game. Heat, lots of plus range. Great.
It just gives you so many more options and goes for the rage out there. Was it the right option? No, it wasn't this time. Twin One.